right, everybody, we've got some real short and sweet notes today. We are talking about reading a chemical formula. So we had a little introduction to this yesterday. Hopefully you caught a few keywords and information, but we're going to just kind of solidify it and put this down. This will go in your notebook as a foldable once we are finished. So on this part, we're just labeling what's going on here. So this 3 is called the coefficient. Coefficient. So the 3 is called a coefficient. This tells me basically that I have 3 sets of this. So just like when we did our work yesterday, our little manipulation, this means 3 sets. So this is my coefficient. It basically says I have 3 molecules of H2O, or 3 sets. This little number, so remember we briefly mentioned subscripts. This is called a subscript. And if we broke this word apart, sub means below or under, and script is writing. So this literally means writing below. Remember, this 2 only goes with the H. It does not go with the O. It only goes with the letter that's to its left, the element, the atom. And then of course, any capital letter, this is an element. Any capital letter is an element. So I would say I have hydrogen and oxygen. Those are my 2 elements in this formula. And I have 3 molecules of H2O, or 3 sets of H2O. This 2, the subscript, tells me that I have 2 atoms of hydrogen. Since there's no subscript with the O, it just means there's 1. All right, so you will fold this. If you want to fold it now, you can, or if you want to fold it when we're all done, that's up to you. Okay, and then when we open it up, we're going to work through a little bit of this. I'm going to see if I can zoom in a bit. Okay. All right, so counting elements in a chemical formula. So the key word here is elements. I'm going to just box that off. All right, so it says count the blank letters. You can call these capital letters. You can call them uppercase letters. I prefer capital just because that's what I call them. So count the capital letters. So in this case, we count them. We have 1 H and 1 O. So that means that we have a total of 2 elements. There's 1 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. So that's how to count elements. Basically, if there's a capital letter, it's an element. All right, and then on this right side, it says counting atoms. I'm gonna circle atoms because that's my key word. All right, and so now it says multiply each element by the coefficient. So remember, this was my coefficient. Let me just draw a little arrow. That's my coefficient. So again, this means I have 3 sets of H2O. So I'm gonna take my 3, multiply it by 2. So 3 times 2 is 6. And so I'm gonna put here, this is my coefficient of 3. So H, it would be 3 times 2. That's my subscript, that's my coefficient. So 3 times 2, that equals 6. So I have 6 atoms of hydrogen. When I get to oxygen, I have 1 oxygen, but I have to multiply that by my 3. So 1 times 3 would give me 3. So I have 3 atoms of oxygen. And if you guys notice, I did it kind of opposite on these. And it doesn't matter, it's multiplication. So you can do it however you want. When I was here with my hydrogen, it just kind of made sense because I saw the 3 first to know that I would have to do 3 times 2. When I got to my oxygen, I saw there was nothing, there's no subscript, so I just went ahead and put 1, but then I saw it still connected to the rest of this formula, so that's why I put my 3 next. Again, it's multiplication, so you can do it in any order that you want to. All right, that's it.